listening to me? I look into your eyes and I can't tell whether you're getting anything I'm saying.
What's up, everyone? This is Sleepy P, and welcome to Sleepy P Shellcore. This is the Shellcore where Sleepy P hides. That doesn't make sense. Who cares? Welcome. And don't forget to like and subscribe and all the other stuff. This is my brand new channel. It's been like 2 weeks and so many of you have subscribed and watched my videos. It's awesome and I do appreciate it. So let's get into today's video. TikTok, the place where brain cells go to die. I mean, TikTok is, there's no other word for it. TikTok is retarded, and anyone that uses TikTok is more than likely got something wrong with their brain.
In a weird way, I had to sort of just free myself up to believe that it was okay to be stupid or dumb.
To be a moron.
Yeah,
To be moronical.
exactly. To be a moron.
An imbecile.
Yeah.
Like the dumbest motherfucker that ever lived.
God, even like looking at that fucking logo makes me angry. But anyway, there's a big craze on TikTok at the moment, and it's about time travel, because the people that use TikTok think that time travel is real. And I saw something trending. I don't know where it caught my eye. It wasn't on TikTok. I wasn't looking at TikTok, I promise. But yeah, this story caught my eye. I thought, oh, that's interesting. So I thought, I'll have a look into it. So basically, everyone's going on TikTok about this dude called Mike Marcum, and he was a real-life time traveler. And yes, he did it. He time traveled. So I thought, do you know what? I'll look into this. So I'm going to share this with you here. Like and subscribe in the future, or go back in time and do it. I don't care. In 1996 and 1997, a man named Mike Marcum appeared on Art Bell's radio show, Coast to Coast Radio, to talk about his experiments with time travel. It's said that not long after he disappeared. Oh no. It is said not long after this, he disappeared. A few months later, somebody called into Art's show with a story about a man who was found dead on a California beach in the 1930s, his body mangled within a strange metal tube and with a device on him that resembled a cell phone. Could this be the first documented case of time travel? Bullshit. Mike Marcum's time travel experiment. Mike Marcum's time travel experiments. Mike Marcum was 21 years old and studying to become an electrician when he began messing around with the idea of creating a time machine. Of course he did. All the electricians I know have started building time machines. He enjoyed playing around on his front porch with his newfound electrical skills and modified the laser from a CD player to reduce air resistance between two poles. Now, to anybody else, this is just basic. To your average TikTok user, this is fucking rocket science. This is advanced physics to somebody on TikTok. So this is a Jacob's ladder device. Okay, it's basically some wires, electricity, and it passes between them and moves up and down. We've all seen them before. He created what's known as a Jacob's ladder. This is a device that causes an arc of electricity to travel in a cyclical way between two metal rods. Marcum noticed something strange about his device. It created a heat mark on his porch in a circular shape. It had created a heat mark on his porch in a circular shape, as if a vortex had been created around his device. I like TikTok. Do you know what? If you're on TikTok, stick to dancing. Alright? Just do dancing. Don't do anything else. Because, obviously, they believe this shit. Anyway, Marcum decided to try throwing a sheet metal screw through the vortex to see what would happen. He claims that the screw disappeared for half a second before reappearing a few feet away. Now, what usually happens when you throw screws is they reappear a few feet away. Not just screws, anything that you throw, this will happen. Anyway, after a few more experiments, the CD laser caught on fire. I mean, it's a fucking CD laser. Those things are not powerful. Anyway, Marcum decided if he was going to have to build the device from scratch, he might as well use bigger transformers. Unfortunately, he didn't have the money for these, so he resorted to stealing 6 300-pound transformers from a power generation site in King City. His experiments with these giant transformers caused blackouts in his neighbourhood, which allowed the police to track him down and arrest him. He was sent to prison for a few months for the theft of the transformers. He fucking stole Optimus Prime. What the fuck? And again, this is completely believable. If you like TikTok now, this is like, oh no, he must have done it. The Transformers are involved. And here we've got a photograph of Mike Marcum. He just looks like that chick from The Ring. Actually, if you see this video, you're going to die within 24 hours. Sorry. After he was released from prison in 1996, Mike Marcum was invited to come on Art Bell's radio show and discuss his experiments. Of course he was. It must have been a slow news day. He told the story of his time travel experiments so far and vowed to do only things within the law from now on. He gave out his cell phone number on air and received hundreds of calls from listeners offering him new ideas and financial help. Yeah, because passing electricity between two rods is time travel. Fuck's sake. Only in America. Marcum got in trouble with the law again and was evicted from his apartment for allegedly using his time machine to transport a cat over a block away. Marcum claims this was untrue, because it was untrue. You can't transport cats. Like that anyway. He's a cat carrier. After appearing on Coast to Coast Radio, Marcum was able to create a much bigger time travel experiment that he intended to test on himself. Art Bell asked Mike Marcum to appear on his show again a year later. On his second appearance on the show, Marcum claimed that his new time travel machine was similar to the one by the US military in the Philadelphia experiment, using a rotating magnetic field. He claimed it was now big enough for a man to walk into, and he would just be ready to try it out on himself in just a few weeks. I asked Marcum what he would take with him in the machine, and he replied, "Just my cell phone." Now, before we go on, I just want to say that if somebody was actually this genuinely, actually that close to doing time travel, I'm sure you'd get like somebody to video it, just as proof. You'd just be like going in like, oh yeah, I did time travel, and we're like, prove it. They're like, oh, my watch is a different time. It's bullshit. An article in Nexus Online magazine claims that after appearing on Coast to Coast Radio a second time, Marcum was gifted over $20,000, a warehouse in Kansas City, and over $1 million worth of equipment to continue his experiments. Now, you've got to bear in mind that this dude is just like a trainee fucking electrician. And he's basically just building giant Jacob's ladders. For fuck's sake. Mike Marcum built his machine several feet in the air inside his Kansas City warehouse and began throwing guinea pigs inside the circular vortex. For what a fucking cunt. What did those guinea pigs ever do to Marcum? Future Marcum, watch out. I'm coming for you. Marcum claimed the guinea pigs would disappear inside the vortex and reappear in the warehouse parking lot every time, either on the east or west side of the building, never the north or south. Thank you, TikTok. Marcum decided to test the time machine on himself in 1998. He jumped into the Ark and claims he woke up in a farm field in Ohio, cold, hungry, and miles away from the closest town. He ended up making his way to a homeless shelter in Cincinnati and realised it was now the year 2000. He had somehow lost 2 years during his journey. I lost more than that to cocaine. Marcum returned to his warehouse in Kansas City only to find it empty with no trace of his notes, records, or the time machine. The article telling us of the Kansas City experiments has since gone offline, and it's very difficult to verify its accuracy. Of course it's difficult, because it's not true. So the TikTokers are still believing this shit, and they're like, oh yeah, it's true, he's a time traveler, you can time travel. I mean, there's even dildos on time travel TikTok that say, oh yeah, I'm from the year 3000 and this is going to happen, and it never does. You have to be beyond stupid and retarded to believe these dumb cunts. So where is Mike Marcum now? A few months after Marcum's last appearance on a coast-to-coast, a few months after Marcum's last appearance on a coast-to-coast listener called in with a fascinating story. He discovered news reports from the 1930s of a man whose body was found washed up on a beach in California. His body was found completely mangled inside a metal tube with a strange device next to him, which would match the description of a cell phone. Did Mike Marcum really succeed in his time travel ambitions and end up dead in 1930? Probably not. At least not yet anyways. It turns out Mike Marcum is still in fact very much alive and living as a homeless man in Hawaii. He started a GoFundMe a few years ago to try and further his experiments and get back to the mainland. So there you go. TikTok has wasted about a day of my life and the last 15 minutes of your life. You watched. Do you think Mike Marcum succeeded in creating a time machine, or will we need to keep waiting for somebody to finally figure out time travel? Let us know in the comments. Yes, let me know in the comments. Tell me what you think. Anyway, this is Sleepy P, and this is the Sleepy Shellcore. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I love you watching my videos, and I enjoy the interactions very, very much. Let's keep the channel growing and going and all the rest of it. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out, Sleepy P.